What's going on, gamers? So, we had that video yesterday with MBG and about the situations. Well, there's some updates, right? You would think that probably after all that, that person would care about the work that they did at Sucker Punch or care about other people's work that they did at Sucker Punch, right? Where it turns out it gets even more interesting. Good thing, that's why we do these videos, they have lost their job. That was their dream job. So there. Sucker Punch artist allegedly loses dream job. Good. After Charlie Kirk comments. Guys, you're going to be surprised what they kept on saying and what they said afterwards. This gets very interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, this person needs help. Obviously, they have some type of illness. Because once again, it's just terrible leadership for your age, but it's not surprising. Going down, celebrating an assassination isn't a good thing. I'm glad they got fired. Companies have values. You need to accept them or you are not welcome. This is very simple at its core. Yeah, this is just, like I said, human decency. Now, we'll get back to these comments in a second. So let's go over to this. Get ready. Sucker Punch artist allegedly loses job. This is a comment. This is what they said right here. I would do it again. This is their comment. This is their reply. Let me zoom in. Let's do this. I would do it again. Before we move past this, this is the interesting thing. So after everything that has happened, there's no remorse for these comments. We already know this. This person needs help. The influence they have that other eyes are going to be watching us that are young and growing up, this is what they want to give them. This is what I mean by, like, do not imitate this behavior and do not go along with it, because it says a lot about you and not about anyone else. This person is clinically slow. Obviously, they're not going to get hired. They have screwed any future hire, man. This is what I'm saying. Just for that, it's not worth it. You could have stayed on the project, kept your mouth shut. Though it's kind of good that this type of scumbag gets exposed and gets out of the industry, because we just don't need that type of stuff around and that type of influence. But going down, let's continue. It should be a time for celebration at developer Sucker Punch, it says right here. With the sequel Ghost of Yotei out in a matter of days, well, we got to get to October 1st, but yeah, they've done some damage here. Instead, it looks like it may find itself at the center of an employment storm. We're kind of in a Valve situation in a way, but this is worse. With a senior staff character artist, it's the artist again acting up. Remember what happened with Valve? Allegedly let go for making comments about Charlie Kirk's, death. For those of you who don't know, the outspoken political commentator was not, obviously shot dead at the event at Utah this week at the time of writing. His killer still hasn't been arrested, of course. Commenting on the situation, Drew Harrison wrote, I hope the shooter's name is Mario, so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. Okay, so using Nintendo for that type of political chicanery is also blasphemy and highly delusional. You think they want you using their characters, you know how this company is, to commit what this person did, political suicide at their career, and just to defame everything in any sense of respect, and to just make yourself look bad for even what you wanted to represent. Because if you were intelligent, you know what I mean, you would kind of be more aware of that. But this person is in such an extreme fanatic state that they don't even see it. That they're in like this dark red blood rage, like the moon just went red, if you get what I mean. This is a reference to Luigi Mangiani, who's accused of shooting and killing CEO Brian Thompson last year. This is what this person says. I hope the shooter's name is Mario, so Luigi knows his bro has got his back. I mean, insane. Drew posted again several hours later, implying that her comments have been reported to her employers. In this case, Sucker Punch and Sony. Right? This is just getting out of line now. Maybe instead of emailing people's employers, y'all should be emailing your reps and demand gun control immediately. That's what this person says. So, they got their little cruise with them right here, right? This was on the 10th and this was on the 11th. So this happened yesterday, obviously, after the situation. But then earlier this morning, are we ready for this? She wrote, if standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger, idiot. Stand up against fascism is what, see it right here, she posted that. Since she's updated her LinkedIn page, noting her full-time role at Sucker Punch concluded in September 2025. It's obviously unconfirmed at this stage if her social media comments are related to her employment situation, but we'll contact Sony to try and get clarification. But basically, they got rid of her because she went too far. If we're going to take a look at some of this stuff, as an example, comments have been disabled for this article, which, you know, that kind of makes sense. But looking up at some of this stuff, obviously we know they go to Blue Sky, right? They're off of Twitter. That's where all those weirdos go. Mm-hmm. Look at this. This person has been, yeah, when you cross that type of line, look at this, y'all. I think they're being kind of naive too, if you get what I mean. It's kind of not really the right time to do that type of stuff when you start up and you have that type of shit going. Let me keep scrolling down. Yo, what the actual F sucker punch are cowards. You're a real one for not backing down and obviously done because you're a woman. I'm sorry you lost your job because of idiots. These are the people on Blue Sky, by the way. Bro, in what way did you ever stand up to fascism? You sat at the same company for 10 years and posted milquetoast memes and jokes to this worst version of X until yesterday where you made a disgusting comment on someone's death. You should be ashamed. Now, here is an intelligent comment right here that's just putting this person in this place and saying, irrespective of any political side, irrespective of video game development, irrespective of anything, person to person, human being to human being, you are a miserable piece of shit, is what you are, this female. You are what's wrong with this country. You are. And I'm telling you that if you're watching, you're a scumbag. You're what's wrong. You're a terrible leader. You do not have any sense of dignity and honor to make women seem more intelligent. Instead, you're setting a retarded, mentally disordered pattern to imitate that stupid ass behavior. And then you get up today and wake up in the same sort of mindset without any sense of dignity and honor, respect for the person's family or anything. Even if, you know what I mean, they don't know about that, too young, some people, right? I mean, when you just really look at this type of behavior and say, this is a type of embarrassing behavior that is in the industry that's supposed to be the professional industry that you're supposed to be leading, right? These type of people. Why are they allowed to even be able to go that far? It's crazy to me, man. And this gives you the idea of how much the video game industry has been invaded and hijacked by these type of people who I'm going to call a fucking delusional activist now, and not a video game developer or any sense of artist in that sense. Because now you are pushing extreme activist behavior in the worst sense. And you are influencing younger people too in the worst sense. This person does need to be dealt with. You know what I mean? Or people need to be trained to realize, do not pay attention to this moron. And let's get a trending thing on Twitter to say, this person is a moron. You know what I mean? They're desensitized, terrible human being, horrible leader for females, horrible leader for just anything. They have no sense of any of that. Yeah, that's a professional way of saying it. On this first, damn, are you a triggered Kirk fan? This has nothing to do with that. This is what I mean. So that's your way of responding to that. This just shows how remedial these people are. I guess I have to say these people are retarded. Yo, did they effing really? This is some grade A BS. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. You're a superstar and it's their loss. See, this is all these people think like this. They're all slow and they're all cowards because they couldn't handle Twitter and it hurts their feelings too much because Elon exposes and lets all the things out, I guess, or whatever, right? And I just can't hide in all my little, let me just comment over here in all my little corner. Well, weak ass fucking people, man. They're pathetic, I'm telling you. This guy says, do you know what fascism means? Yeah, and then they say these statements where it's like, do you know what that label means? And by the way, have you pulled up the mirror and took a look at your cowardly, pathetic ass? You know what I mean? It's the type of stuff I have to say to these type of people because it's just pathetic. Womp womp. Once again, no matter how you try to dance around this, womp womp shouldn't have been celebrating the death of a guy you politically disagreed with. This isn't a political issue. This is a lack of humanity issue. Get help. He said it. I like this post right here. Guys, she just got Mr. Crabbed, didn't she? You just got Mr. Crabbed, bitch. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's what you are. That's what I'm calling. You see, it's accurate, right? Call it, guys. You guys know what I'm saying? Call it out as it is. You femme fucking cunt. That's exactly what you are. Yeah, calling it out. You need help. That's what we're doing. So yeah, this is where they go when they can't handle Twitter, by the way. Let's just go ahead and cower over there in your little weird ass cult groups. So yeah, screw this lady. And once again, I'm sorry to y'all at Sucker Punch. I feel bad for y'all. Hopefully, we're gonna see what happens. But I don't know, man. This is really bad. Sony needs to come out. Sony needs to make a statement. Sony needs to talk, and they need to cover this. This is their next biggest game. They've already had too many problems this year. This is the worst thing that could have happened to them. And guess what? Some off-the-wall femme bitch just literally ruined everything at PlayStation. You guys are gonna let that happen at PlayStation? Excuse my language, right? But that's nothing. No, that behavior is terrible. Not me calling somebody exactly what they are, right? Because this is, everybody knows this is what she are. So I'll call a spade, right? We're coming down to earth and we're not being nice about this. I'm annoyed, man. I will stop damaging my samurai worlds, goddammit. Already happened with Assassin's Creed, now here. Man, I just want a good samurai game, and look at what's going on with this. Man, you guys are fucking up the samurai worlds, man. Bleach got it going. Y'all messing it up. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Ponies, sit down.